Coming to you from the M&M Exterior Studio in Knoxville, Virginia, this is Flushing It Out with Samantha Spittle, the introvert's extrovert. She talks to people so you don't have to. For now.
So, question I just thought of. Has any negative... So, I am so a believer that good comes from bad. I mean, like I said, you have to. Like, it has to. And I feel like God has been evident enough that I have seen it. So, I believe it now even more than ever. Okay, so Susan, you give a lot of great advice in your videos. And now, I can't know this for sure about you. But I know for me, I'm really good at giving advice, but I'm not always the best at taking it. So is there something that you know that you feel like you want to lean more into with your own advice, but that you want to walk out more with?
Well, yes. The answer is I'm not great at taking my own advice. And I am probably the worst offender, so I am flawed. It all works very well together.
It's very on brand.
It's so on brand.
Very on brand.
Yeah, I am the worst offender. I can sit many days a week. I can sit here with you for the next 3 hours and give you all of the great advice, encourage you, the positivity, the gratitude practice, everything. And I can tell you right now, driving here today to talk with you, I have had I was in nothing but like a panic attack. I'm wearing a turtleneck, and all I was doing was pulling it away from my neck. Because what am I doing? I'm beating myself up. I'm in a panic. Am I making any progress? I don't feel like I'm making any progress. I feel like I'm pushing a boulder up a hill. And so I am not keeping things into perspective that I encourage other people to keep them in. And I have to laugh because I can hear everyone's friend, Gary V, yelling at me in my head and saying, yo, chick, I've been doing this now for 46 months and I did that for 56 months. You, Susan, had a TED Talk come out 3 months ago, okay? Like 3 months. Take a chill. And what am I doing? I'm not taking a chill. I'm in a panic. For some reason, I'm choking to death. And I put a lot of pressure on myself. And I beat myself up. So when I tell you, don't play those old tapes, do this and that instead, I do that.
Yes.
I
appreciate you sharing that.
I do that. And what's really crazy is that I don't know it's coming until it's there. So this started a week ago. This business of either I'm pulling a turtleneck away, or I'm just playing with the collar of my shirt, or I'm touching my neck, or I'm swallowing really hard. I'm trying to suck back the panic attack. The other night, my boyfriend says to me, he goes, honey, you okay? I'm like, oh, yeah, I'm fine. Just watching the news, watching the bad news of the day. And I don't want to tell him. I'm like, I'm choking. Yes. Which is also not right, because I should tell him. Yeah. Because he would want to know. Yeah. And
get it out.
And get it out. And he's always helpful and supportive, so. Yeah. But yeah, like a week now. So driving here today, I'm like, wow, I feel like I had the windows open in the car and I'm yanking at my collar. And it's all a function of, wow, I'm working like 7 days a week and I'm pushing and pushing and pushing and I'm exhausted. And why am I not seeing results? And I should just, the heck with it. No, I know better than that. I know better. But I still, like anybody else, I can get in that spot. I've been in that spot recently.
I appreciate you sharing that, because I think that when we see people who are amazing like you, so put together, and even when, because I think you and I have similar, styles where the flaws, we put our stuff out there and, we don't want to have this perfect image, but even that in and of itself is a put together, that has a level of being put together. So you must not struggle, because you're telling us about the stuff you struggle with, which means you obviously don't struggle with other areas. And so just kind of reminding us that the stuff you talk about still affects you, because at the end of the day, I think it's that the older we get, the more we realize we don't know, or the more you know, the more you realize you don't know.
Either I'll go with it, because I don't know a lot.
Yeah, and that's the thing.
I can be old or just experienced or both.
Either
or whatever,
way.
But I know that I don't know a lot.
I used to think I knew a lot. Yeah, but the older I get, I'm like, I really have no idea.
I have no idea.
So I think that we're given encouraging words and we can touch people, but it doesn't mean that we don't struggle at times. We ride the waves. And it kind of goes back for me. I love just the visual of riding those waves, knowing that this is going to come. But it reminds me too of the importance that you need people to pour into you.
Well, yeah.
That when you're constantly pouring out your cup, you got to get those people to pour back into you.
I did that episode. Did you see that one? You can't pour from an empty vessel?
Yes.
So I know for a fact right now, the fact that I drove here in a panic and told you, and Jeremy, I know what I need is a day, a couple of hours with a Leanne Moriarty book, anything, fiction. I just need to unplug. I feel like the world has gotten so loud.
Yes. Now, how did you know that? I love that you just said, I know what I need. I need this book. Like, how did you, is that you've done it in the past and it's brought you back?
I know myself. I've lived with me for a long time now.
Yes.
And I know myself and I need that. I need to escape I need to let everything go and, escape into somebody else's made up world. I can cry in there. I can laugh in there. I just need a break. Like I consume. It's like I'm on all the sites. I'm consuming. I'm reading. I'm getting ideas. I never thought of that. I'm consuming this book on the habits of highly effective people.
Yes.
And at the same time, I'm posting and I'm creating content and I'm talking with you. And then I'm going to go home and figure out where is my son? Does the one have enough medicine up and visiting his grandmother? Does he have enough money over at school? Like it's all a lot and it gets really loud.
Yes.
And I just know I need to just unplug.
Yes.
And take a break.
Write it down. Oh.
And the thing, of course, is making yourself do that.
Yes.
Because you can sit down for 2 seconds and lean toward that book and go, oh my gosh, I never posted that thing on my blog. I'll be right back. So and then you're up and you're posting on your blog. And then you're at your desk for 4 hours.
Exactly. So we'll do a reverse exercise. I will tell you that it's a trap before I even start. So if I told you I need to unwind, I need to make myself do it. Because truth be told, I'm actually really good at doing nothing. That is actually...
Wow, that's great.
It becomes a downfall of me because the hustle only comes in small spurts because I'm really good at doing nothing. But
and when you do nothing, what are you doing?
Well, I used to watch Netflix. Now I'm not watching Netflix as much. I haven't really actually since starting the podcast. It's been very hard to watch TV. Just because of time. Our time is more limited.
Right.
And I think the more I'm talking to people, the less I'm wanting to have stuff come at me. People media. And
the world is really loud.
Yeah. So I actually am spending more quiet time and more reading and things like that.
That's great.
So just kind of need, like exactly what you just said, just needing to quiet it down. Like I said, I just feel like I love taking in people and stories and experiences. But because
it's also exhausting.
It is, yeah. And it's funny because I've said, I'm the extrovert's introvert, meaning that I'm the extrovert on behalf of all the introvert's extrovert. Oh yeah, I keep messing that up.
It's okay.
It's okay. The introvert's extrovert because I'm the extrovert on behalf of introverts. That I'll talk to people so you don't have to. But I've realized, wow, I have been an extrovert. I love people. It energizes me. But I never realized how much downtime I had because when moving around and whatnot and living, especially now in the country, you go out, you go to networking, you go to meetings, you go to work. But then when you come home, I don't have neighbors. So I don't have to, like close neighbors. So I don't have to talk to the person when I go get my mail and talk to the person when I let the kids out to play out back. And so I didn't realize how much quiet time I had and how much now I need it. Yeah.
Yeah. You get used to it.
Yeah. It's actually, it's where I think it was suffocating when I was younger, because I wanted that constant input and now I need less. So, but I sometimes need that fire up and go. I need that flame. So I'll pull that from you. But if I needed help slowing down.
I thought I got you off that, but go ahead.
Look, you are
good, right? I'm good.
She is good.
I saw that.
I know.
I saw that.
She didn't see that.
I didn't. Oh, you just drove me off that cliff. Take notes, listeners.
I'm sorry.
But look, see, she thinks she did, but I was,
you were going to come back
I was always going to come back, girl. Yes.
Always circling back.
Always circling back.
Okay.
That's one of my gifts.
I love you.
You're right. I didn't see it,
so
but it was in there. I knew I was coming back. So I need to slow down. How can I make myself slow down?
I don't want to give you dead air, so I'm going to just keep talking until I figure it out.
We can edit that out, but it's okay.
Good. How can you make yourself
I'm a verbal
slow
processor,
down?
so you just think it all out.
Well, I could add a question.
Ooh, okay.
Why is it hard?
Wait.
Why is it hard to?
Why are you getting her off? She needs
No,
to
I'm not.
think it
No, I think
through.
it's on topic. Why is
You're
it?
on her
Why is it
side.
hard? Why is it hard to unwind?
Because I feel like I'm wasting time. So there I go, giving myself this total relaxation, putting my mind someplace else so that I'm not laying on the sofa thinking I'll take a nap, which we all both know that we all know
Yes.
I won't. My
Yes.
brain will just continue to spin and I'll have work thoughts, total work thoughts. So I'm afraid that I'm wasting time. So it's more difficult. And how do I make myself? How do you make yourself? Well, I don't.
Does scheduling it in help, you think?
Look, it should help.
But it doesn't.
I don't make myself put it on the schedule.
Well, why not? Put it on the schedule.
See,
I'll
this
make
is like
you.
a thing. You sound like my best friend. She's always, Susan, you have to put it on your schedule.
Yeah.
You have to put the exercise class or the Susan time.
And that's how we get to the answer to your question.
Yes. Oh, very good, honey. I see what you did there. Very good. Very good.
To make yourself.
Yeah.
Make yourself. Yeah.
And I find, this has been my personality since I was a little kid. When I was a kid, I wouldn't make myself and I would get sick. And all of a sudden I would spike, 104 fever.
Wow.
Yeah, I was always a high fever kid. And my mom, God, I don't know how she just didn't strap me to my bed because that's when I had to go to bed.
Yeah.
I had to. I was done.
Yeah.
And it happens every time. I would do a play. I would have some sort of a commitment to be part of a parade. I would get all worked up and everything, and then I would get sick.
So I remember you were talking to me about when Stu was sick that you said you can't get sick, so you had to take care of yourself.
That's right.
So how did you take care of yourself during that difficult time?
When Stewie was sick, my time, I think I told you, was once every morning for 1 hour, I worked out like a mad woman.
Yeah.
No one bothered me. No one was awake. And that's how I took care of myself. And prior to that, I would get up at 4. I would write until 6. So even that was taking care of myself. That 120 minutes of time was taking care of me and allowing me also to meet my obligations, which took care of me because how many people do you know get to have a book published by Penguin? 12 books. So you're up and you're like, oh, yay. So then I would stop that at 6. I would work out until 7, and then I would get the kids up and ready and out of the house. So there was so much adrenaline all the time, though. Always just push. And that's how I did it. I just... I took care of myself by constantly telling myself, you cannot get sick. Yeah. I told you over coffee that day. The only time I got sick was early on in his illness, and it was wildly crazy because my mom had to come down to take care of Stu, and my friend Jen had to come and take care of me. I couldn't go anywhere near him.
Wow.
So that was it. I was like, okay, that's never happening again. Yeah. So that's how I did it, and it was wild. Yeah. I talk about being thin. I looked like this. But no. But you know what? Like I can't do it anymore. I can't
that
do
pace
it
is
anymore.
too much. Like you said, it's the adrenaline. You can't live on adrenaline forever.
I weighed nothing. Yeah, I looked great, but I weighed nothing. And after Stu passed away, the weighing nothing, I couldn't think straight. I couldn't make a decision.
Yeah.
So that's bad for your brain.
Yeah.
Really bad for your brain. You're starving your brain.
Yep.
So, no, I don't take care of myself that way anymore.
Yeah. Because that was a lot. That was like survival
mode. And it
mode.
worked at the time. It worked at the time. I'm not saying it would work for other people or anybody else, but it worked for me.
Yeah.
And I can't do that anymore. Now, now I need I really do. I need probably a nap. I need to read a book.
Yeah.
I need to play my piano.
Maybe a girls' weekend getaway.
Maybe, but although that's like, all the girls are together and we're awake and we're eating and what should we do today?
Oh,
See the
true.
shaking? I'm
Yes.
shaking. And like, I don't know. I think sometimes I'd rather, you're going to laugh at this. I might even like to go like on a silent retreat for a weekend.
I was actually just saying, have you gone to the deprivation tank? There's one in Haymarket.
No.
It's like the spa, and there's a tank, and it's got all this salt water. It's all salt water, so you float. Deprivation, no sound, no light, and you float. I've thought about doing that.
And how long do you stay in there?
I do not know. I do not know.
I always thought it would be nice to do the silent thing. Now, I forget what it's called, but my therapist up in New Jersey, when we used to talk about it, there was a place in upstate New York that she always told me about.
Yeah.
And I thought that might be kind of great to go like 3 days.
Yeah.
I don't have to talk. No one's going to talk to me. I can walk around and enjoy nature. I can read a book. I can nap. I think you can read a book. I'm not sure. But I actually think that might be kind of great.
Yeah. Could we do that at our houses, you think? I mean, I have little kids at home, so no, but if you just checked out for 2 days or 3 days? Or do you think you need to get away?
You know, I have to wonder. That'd be great to try it at home.
Yeah. Just turn off all electronics.
Yeah, but I have to tell the boys they can't bother me, okay? No bothering mommy.
Yes. Nothing.
I mean, my kids are big, 28, 21. You got little ones. You can't do that.
I can't do that.
Maybe
either,
I'll
but-
try that sometime.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have a day of silence.
Silence.
Man,
Schedule
can you
it.
imagine?
Schedule. Good luck with. He's making fun of me now.
I know. I'm
like
thinking
him.
of a day, 24 hours of silence. Oh,
Wow.
Oof, I don't know. I gotta think about that.
I think that would be hard for anybody.
Yeah.
It probably would be hard. Just sounded appealing, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, yeah, why not?
Like that would mean also like for just that couple of hours or days, not getting the phone call or the text message from the kid about my toe hurts. I hate my job. So and so was mean to me. Like
It's exhausting.
yes, to not have to be so exhausted.
How do you feel about hiking?
I'm a big fan. I like to watch other people do it.
Nah.
I was like, really?
I
like seeing their pictures online.
My idea of going outside is taking a book and a blanket. That's what I want to do.
My favorite thing is sitting in my screened-in porch outside.
I love that.
Because then no bugs, shade.
No bugs. The sun is not killing
Yeah,
me.
exactly. I'm a screened-in porch girl.
I like it.
Yeah, that's my
I will
outdoors.
that's me.
There we go.
And there I was on a farm with everyone encouraging me to go. I was like, I'm not going out.
Do you still live on the farm?
No. After I left the farm when I remarried, which was, a blip, praise God. And got divorced, and I had an apartment in Warrington for a while. I have a condo there, and I just moved in with my boyfriend. I live in Marshall now with my sweetheart. We've been together coming in on 3 years.
Oh, that's great. And
Yeah,
Marshall's
he's
a
lovely.
great little town, too.
It's a lovely town.
I've just
He's
started going
lovely.
there.
And
Oh, I'm so glad for you.
it's nice. So no, I don't live on the farm anymore, although we do occasionally, separately, the boys and I admit that we go up and visit the farm. We drive around. Yeah.
Fun.
Yeah.
Fun. Jeremy, do you have any questions? Or
Yeah. I want to talk about you being a Jersey girl.
Okay.
that he's married to a pseudo Jersey girl?
That's
I'm a
right.
pseudo Jersey girl.
To country boy, country
That's right.
yokel like me.
I know.
She's complete Jersey girl. You're a little overwhelming, Jersey girl.
And that's a compliment.
Yes.
We know that.
It is. But it occurred to me.
you.
It occurred to
love
me that being a Jersey girl has given you tools to be able to spread your message and to be able to pour into other people. What do you think those are? Because I had a couple of thoughts. Resilience.
Yeah.
Jersey girls are resilient.
Other
Right.
people are.
Yeah, but Jersey girls, it's built in. It's in the DNA.
Why do you?
I have
do
to
you
practice
think
at that. I have to practice at resilience.
Yeah, of
But
course.
everyone does.
Everyone does.
I think if I...
But it's harder.
So if I had
I think it's harder for me.
If I had to think if I have to try to piece your thoughts together, it's... I think
give it a
it's
whirl.
the Jersey, you put your shit out there. Mm-hmm. And the more south you get, the less you put it out there. Everything's tucked away. And I
Okay.
think that up north... You say, my friend, she always used to say, in the
That's
South,
That's true. There's
you don't know how people think of you down south. Everyone loves you to your face, and they say horrible things behind your back.
Bless her heart.
Exactly. And up north, people say horrible things to your face, but then
but you know how they feel.
you know how
how they feel. And so when you're in with someone,
guess that's
you know
true.
you're in. And so I think that, and I give a lot of credit to my parents too for not shaming me or things like that when I started talking or sharing my opinions or whatever. But that I think it's that people share their opinions. They share their thoughts, their feelings. I mean, I don't come from an Italian family. I have like a Midwest family, but I had tons of Italian friends. And it's like, it's that loud, you share, you fight, but you love, all of that. And you're constantly talking. So I think with what Jeremy, so you tell me whether this is what you're kind of thinking, is that you have the tools to be able to share, and where for someone like him who's comes from more of the Southern lifestyle, I guess you could say, which is no, you don't bother people with your problems. You definitely don't bother people outside of your family with your problems. Mm-mm. You just keep it all within your little world.
Okay.
So I think he sees that in you, that you're willing to put your stuff out there.
When you said build resilience before you needed it, it resonated with me.
I'm glad.
Because it's hard for me to do. Mm-hmm. That is hard for me to do. And I wrote down, is it hard to do without being broken?
Is it hard to do that? I think you don't need to wait to be broken to build resilience. Mm-hmm. And I don't think it's hard to do. I think building resilience comes also from accepting yourself just the way you are and realizing that that's a strength. So therefore, look at that. A little building the resilience muscle right there. I can accept myself just as I am. There was something else I was just going to add for you for that. And resilience also, we learn resilience when we put ourselves out there and we and we fail.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And we don't die.
Yeah.
And our business is, okay, maybe it's not as great as we want to, but it's intact. Yes. And I'm alive and I'm healthy and I'm going to get up in the morning and I'm going to go at it again.
Keep going.
It's that, like, you guys do this and you do another one. And I'm sure someone here must be gainfully employed, or else how could you do this? So you also have, right? So you also have a job, when you go out there and you put yourself out, you put forward an idea, and maybe they're like, yeah, you know what, Jeremy? We don't like that one. Okay, guess what? I got it. And I survived. You become resilient by also realizing that, okay, that was one idea.
Yeah.
I can't be afraid of putting out ideas. I'll go back with another. That's resilience.
Yeah, yeah.
All of that, grows that muscle.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think it's that you don't realize your resiliency until you're broken. You can build it for sure. You gather the tools, you build your resiliency, and you practice it. So you're building it, but I don't think you see the depths of your resiliency
until something happens.
Until something happens. Yeah.
Well, then I think it would be great if more of us talked about building resilience, because and it will happen, it happens. Hopefully, we will at some point, despite our anguish, remember, hold on a second.
Yep.
I've been working on this a long time. I have this in my little treasure box of stuff.
Yeah.
Because we shouldn't have to wait to realize until something happens.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That, I think, is important. If we could just remember that we could work on it and that not forget about it when the stuff hits the fan.
Yes. I mean, it's kind of like therapy. Like
this is like therapy.
It is. Believe me, that's what I've said. This is like therapy. But
I'll get your bill, I'm sure.
It is like it's going to therapy before you.
I already sent the bill.
Good.
Yeah.
I'm glad
very
to
good.
That.
Very good. Yeah.
I deleted it.
No, but that's the thing. It's the more you share. We talked before about, when you share your story, you give permission for other people to walk through theirs, and it gives them hope and whatnot. And you don't realize what it's building. I just think people build without even realizing it, Right. And so, like you said, like Jeremy, like you think you don't have resiliency, but you do.
And you think you're not having an impact, and you are.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I think there's so much stuff to bear in mind. And yet we can't. We'd be overrun with thoughts. We would be immobile. But if we can remember that, like, you really do have, resilience. You really are building it every single day.
Yep.
And you really are making a difference and making an impact. Even on those days when you're having a panic attack, driving to meet your friend Samantha and her husband Jeremy for a podcast interview.
Yes, you feel it, and you did it anyway. You push through, so the next time you feel that way, you can go back and say, "I pushed through." That's why I've been trying to teach my daughter. Like,
it's hard to push through sometimes.
It is.
She was standing on a rock. We were at
because you could have easily just called us up and said, "Sorry, something came up."
Yeah, something came up.
Oh no, I was coming. I was like, I got to get there. I got to get there. I'm
doing it. But you can
What's
now
happened
look
to
back
him.
on that and say, I did it.
Well, I'm certainly glad I did it.
Me too.
It was, I have to be honest, it was really very helpful to sit here and be able to talk with two lovely people and be honest with you. That I was totally covered in sweat on the way here. Like, it was awful.
I know.
And that is it happened yesterday. I had to drive to Tyson's for a meeting for work. And still, I mean, I hate, that drive. Not because I was not driving when there was traffic. So I can't even say, there was traffic.
Yeah.
No, I just don't like the buildings and the cars and the sounds and the
so much.
trucks.
Right.
Just scares
I got to
still.
cross 3 lanes to get over in that turn lane now.
Yeah.
It just scares me. And always has. I was never good at that, even in New Jersey.
Yeah.
Never. Never good at
Spent
it.
all that time in the city, so you just
I held a
walked,
cab.
yeah.
Walked.
Yep.
That was the best part.
Yes.
That was the best
That's
part.
great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you ever heard of the book Don't Sing Songs to a Heavy Heart?
No. But is it good? I'll go get it.
It is. It's very good.
Okay.
But it something you said made me think of it, where,
People
if somebody's
don't wanna
grieving,
hear.
if somebody's
Yes.
grieving, don't say,
Don't.
I know what you're going
You
through.
don't.
Don't say. And sometimes I think that's one of the big things that I got out of the book. And the other thing is sometimes people just need you to be there. That's it. You don't have to say anything.
So I'm so fresh because, I'm from New Jersey. A video, an episode of Flaws of the New Black that I did is called When Someone You Love Is Grieving. And here was my message. It was show up
Shut up.
and listen. That was my message. I can't tell you how many people on LinkedIn were like, oh my God, that's great. But it's true. I don't do it. If you really want to be there for somebody, just be there.
Just show up, shut up.
And listen.
That's brilliant.
And let them-
that's your
that's
one more
it.
time, Susan. One more time.
One more time. Show up, shut up, and listen.
Love that.
We should clarify that that's something that happens a lot on the show.
Oh, good.
Yeah. Ooh, say that again.
Yeah.
Samantha always has a moment. Yeah.
It's always the goal.
That's adorable.
Yeah.
That's it.
That is brilliant, though. And because people always wonder, I think when having friends that have gone through grief and share it publicly, what I see them get asked a lot is, what to do, what to say. And the thing over and over again is the whole, you just show up. And
quiet.
by simplifying it, you just shut up and listen.
And if they want to talk, they will. And if they don't, you just are there.
Listen.
What?
That's it. If they're going to say anything, you listen. If not, you just listen.
Yep.
Go run the dishwasher. Do what, there is nothing you can do. You cannot make it better.
No.
And telling them about the time your poor cat died, trust me, they're going to want to throat punch you, I think it is. They don't want to hear it.
Yeah.
Punch you in the throat. That's-
Exactly.
Yeah.
So,
The only other thing that I had on my list of things to talk to you about
yeah.
that we haven't talked about already through either me or Samantha asking questions. Eli Manning.
Oh, I love him.
Eli Manning?
I love him. He's our quarterback forever.
Funny.
Oh, I love him. He's great. I mean, he just, what was he there? 9 years, 10 years?
He's there a long time.
He's there a long time. And
He won a Super Bowl.
great quarterback.
Yeah.
That miracle
Didn't he
catch on the helmet.
Didn't
right?
he win more than one? Come on.
Did he?
Yeah. I don't know. They won a Super Bowl prior to Stu's death. And then they won the Super Bowl right after Stu passed away. He passed away in April, and that February, they won again. Wow. And our phone rang all night. Everybody kept calling us to say Stu did it. And I was like,
Of course.
of course he did. Of course he did. Just like, Eli's awesome. He's classy. He's smart. Okay, he's not Peyton with that big personality, but he's great.
He tries, though. He
so
tries.
sweet. And he's a great, we loved him. He's a great quarterback.
Yeah. Have they replaced him yet?
Oh, yeah, they replaced him. Daniel Jones during the season.
Oh.
Ridiculous.
Oh.
But
he'd been on the decline.
Oh.
Yes. Sadly.
I see.
That doesn't, that stuff I don't think goes on forever.
Yeah, you can't.
You can't
And nothing
physically,
lasts forever.
that's it.
I think a lot of my negative thought toward Eli Manning
It's because you're a Tom
is
Brady fan.
because the Redskins can't find a quarterback.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well.
But we don't. This isn't a sports talk.
No, we can't. I mean, look, they should have gotten Patrick Mahomes. I love him.
Yeah.
That kid is amazing.
He is amazing.
When he's on the field,
Everybody's falling in love with him now.
watch him play. Watch him play. When he's on the field, his face looks like he's in high school and he's having the time of his life.
Oh, see, I like that. That's
I
my
love
thing. I
that.
want people to have fun.
Yep.
I love that about that kid.
Yeah.
He's amazing.
Yeah. And I like Andy Reid. I know he was with
I
Philadelphia
know.
Eagles for forever, but he deserves it more than anybody else.
Absolutely.
Is that who just won?
The
Yeah,
coach.
the coach,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That was crazy. I actually, I confess now, I fell asleep watching the Super Bowl. And when I fell asleep, I get up really early, so I fall asleep. So when I fell asleep, the San Francisco 49ers were winning. And when I woke up, the Chiefs had come back and won. I was like, oh my God, I can't believe I missed that game.
I know. We left at halftime. We went to our friend's house, and the kids were having fun.
Well,
Yeah,
just
there was
after
a thing.
halftime.
And
So the kids get to watch halftime.
Yeah.
good.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
That
well,
was,
you know.
that was great dancing. Hey,
I thought they both were excellent.
killed it.
And I
They
just,
killed it.
I'm sure those little pieces of cloth cost them about $70,000 each. But
Right.
hey,
It's great.
For $2 worth of
that's it.
material.
They wore it well.
I thought, hey, heck yeah, more power to him. But it was funny. They kept asking like who we were rooting for, and I said the Chiefs because our sponsors, M&M Exteriors, Matt and Melody, they lived in Kansas City, so they're Chiefs fans.
Oh, awesome.
So whenever all night when people were asking, I was like, I want them to be happy, so I want the Chiefs to win. So I assumed the 49ers won. So when I woke up as well, I was very excited.
Oh, yeah, I was totally out of my
Yeah.
mind.
But
My son Casey stayed up. He said, Mom, the game was great. Oh. He said it was really good. I was like, shoot me.
what time do you wake up? 4 still?
Shoot me. No. Now I wake up at 6, but I'm older now.
Yeah.
I need a little
You
bit
need
more
sleep.
sleep.
Yeah, you need sleep. Yeah,
You know.
that's good.
Yeah.
Well, is there anything we didn't touch upon that you would want to touch upon? Do you feel like we covered?
I think we flushed a lot out here.
We
Don't
did
you?
flush a lot out.
We
Yeah.
flushed
Great, and we're so good on time. I'm so proud.
I feel cleansed.
I'm so
Yes.
glad because I do too.
Oh, I'm glad. That makes me happy.
All right, I'm taking these off.
Yes.
Is that
Yeah.
good?
Yes,
That's good.
this is amazing.
Thank you both so
Thank
much. It was
you
so much fun.
much, Susan. This was
so much
awesome.
fun.
And that's a wrap for now.
Thanks for listening to Flushing It Out with Samantha Spittle. Music provided by twinmusicom.org. Song titled Night at the Dance Hall. Sound editing by me, Jeremy Spittle. A special thanks to our studio sponsor, M&M Exteriors. Visit their website at mmexteriors.com for all of your roofing, siding, and gutter needs in the Northern Virginia area. Visit our website at flushingitout.com and be sure to subscribe. This has been a Spitfire production.
That was the greatest thing I've ever heard.